Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and on today's video we're talking about a fragrance from the house of Celine. So if you've been watching my channel, you know that I really like this actual fragrance line. I think they make some of the, well, let me clarify that. They make some of the best smells. They don't make the best long-lasting fragrances, I will be honest there. They have some of the most toned down, soft, refined, elegant, sexy, bold fragrances out there for the modern world. They kind of remind me of Chanel, but if Chanel were to be making fragrances today, and not being constrained by actual cells or needing to be popular and things like that. So I am very excited. The one that we have here today is called Reptile. So this is what the box looks like. It is very expensive, very luxurious, and very premium. So it does have your Celine Triomphe logo there at the top. You also get the information here at the bottom. When you do buy this actual fragrance, this wraps around the box itself. So kind of like that. And it's just very luxurious, very nice, very, I think it's probably some of the best packaging on the market for this range itself. And it's not like the eau de cologne, because their cologne celeste was a little disappointing, really, because I am a fan of this actual fragrance house, and that one itself, the bottle was cheap, the actual box was cheap. They cut costs quite a bit there, but this one itself I'm excited for because it smells divine. So this is what the bottle looks like, just so you can take a look at it. It says Reptile Celine Paris on the actual sticker itself. The lid is going to be a metal composition. You also get the Triumph logo there at the top, and you get your information here at the bottom as to where the fragrance is manufactured, the batch code, and all that good stuff. So this fragrance was launched in 2019. There is no perfumer listed for this actual range. I'm not going to get started about that, but there's no perfumer credited for this fragrance itself. Notes are very Celine. They're going to be very much of the Celine heritage and DNA for their new fragrance line. It is going to have cedarwood, pepper, tree moss, musk, and leather. So it's very in the wheelhouse of Celine, and it does smell like a Celine fragrance. There is that stamp of the actual brand that's undeniable. If you smell this, you know it's a Celine fragrance. If you are familiar with Celine, then you'll definitely think this fragrance belongs in the actual family itself. When I first sprayed it, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Eau de Californie, and I have that one here as well. But it's not as, this one itself kind of has like a cumin note. I'm not sure if it's actually cumin, but it kind of has that cumin-y type of scent, and the Reptile one's not going to have that. It also reminded me a little bit of night clubbing, but night clubbing is a lot more smoky, a little bit more playful, a little bit more seductive and mysterious, while Reptile is very muted, very calmed down, very sophisticated, very refined. It's that person that doesn't need to get your attention. They don't want your attention, but they have your attention, if that makes any sense. Very nice fragrance. It's very well balanced. I think what really gets me in Celine fragrances is the moss or the tree moss that they put in these fragrances. It gives it that very wet feel to the actual fragrance itself, but it still plays around with those smoky elements, those powdery elements that are, magnificent inside of a Celine fragrance. That cedar in here is really, really, really good. It's kind of like a raw cedar. It's not going to be a generic cedar by any means. Like I said, that mixed with the tree moss, chef's kiss. I really do like this fragrance. And this one itself, like Parade, because Parade does have a, I'm not going to say it's a beast or superpower full wearing fragrance itself, but it does wear for quite a long time compared to the rest of the line, at least. And this one itself does wear pretty good as well. It's not going to be, like I said, a super beast mode fragrance, but it is going to be anywhere from the 3 to 4 hour mark. By the way, this is an eau de parfum, so just in case you were wondering, yes, it is an eau de parfum, and it only lasts about 4 hours. So that's a lot better, because I get the Cologne Celeste is not supposed to last that long, but Cologne Celeste lasts about 25 to 30 minutes, and very disappointing, at least in my humble opinion. The leather in this fragrance is very interesting. It's not going to be a ombre leather It's not going to be a, what is the other one called by Tom Ford? And any of those Tom Ford leathery scents. It's a very subdued, luxurious leather. And it kind of just plays a background part in this fragrance. It is not the star of the show here. It's not going to be the one that, is calling everyone's attention to look at it, but it is there. It does add a very nice raw element to the actual fragrance itself. I think what takes the star of the show here is that tree moss mixed with that cedar. And the musk in here is just kind of another background note in here as well. It's not going to be as mossy as, like I said, Parade, because it's not a fresher scent by any means, but it does have that fresh quality to it while also being heavy at the same time. I know that doesn't make any sense, but the fragrance overall is not going to be top heavy. It's not going to be bottom heavy. It's really just a fragrance that is well balanced. I think that this one itself is a really good one for going on a date night or going to an event where you want to impress someone, but you're not necessarily trying to scream for their attention, or you don't even want their attention. You're just going to get it essentially. This fragrance is really nice for that. I also think that it's kind of more on the masculine side, but it will work for both men and women. I think that out of the entire range, night clubbing as well as this one, Reptile, fall more into the masculine realm. The rest of them, I have not seen one yet. Maybe Zuzu, the new one that's coming out, will be a little bit more feminine, but this one itself is definitely that very unisex quality, falling more into the masculine side. Overall, I have to say I'm impressed with Reptile. I think it's a really fantastic scent. I love the bottle itself. I wish I would have gotten it in a 200 mils. Oh, by the way, I actually found this bottle through a seller on a Facebook group, which, by the way, it is authentic, because I know someone's going to say out there, how do you know it's authentic? No, it is, because I compared everything and it is 100% legit, by the way. But I think she purchases them in Europe and then resells them here. I'm not quite sure. She is legit, and I will link her down below if you are interested in actually learning about her, or buying anything from her. I think she has Eau de Californie as well as Parade and some of Reptile as well, which all three of them you can't go wrong. I mean, I will say that my favorite is Parade still. I mean, there's just no getting rid of that one. I do want to really get Cologne Francois, because that's another one that I think I might really like, and Rimbad as well. But Parade is really nice, and also Eau de California is another one of my favorite. I think you can't go wrong with Celine, just point, unless you're getting Cologne Celeste, but I'm not going to beat that dead horse anymore. So I will link her down below. Also, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Also, comment what Celine fragrances you would like me to test out. Also, I would really like to know if you guys are actually interested in seeing a review for Zuzu, or Zozo, or however you pronounce it. I think it's Zuzu, the new fragrance that's launching by Celine. If you are not, I mean, that's okay. We don't have to do a review on it. It is a little bit different compared to any other Celine fragrance, because it's going to be a little bit more sweet, more gourmandy compared to the rest of the line. But, that's up to you if you want me to actually even talk about it. So make sure to let me know that down below in the comments. Also, make sure to subscribe for more fragrance related content. Until next time, you guys, take care.